call Shantae at 610-683-4859. And now, Shantae Taylor on Kutztown Live.
Hey everyone, it's Shantae and welcome back to Kutztown Live. So, as you all know, spring break starts tomorrow, and I am very excited because I will be going to IBS. It is my first time going to IBS, and it's being held in New York City. So I'm looking forward to that. I will be staying at the Pennsylvania Convention Hotel along with a few other IBS members, and I'm going to tell you all about that when I come back. Because I will be attending the IBS Awards and going to a bunch of different events there. But anyway, I have some people from ACE. They are here to discuss what is going on around campus. So, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. Good. I'm good. I'm so excited for break. How about you?
I'm so excited. I can't wait to be done. Yes.
Anyway, I wanted to know, like, what has happened this week with ACE. I know that there was the KU's Got Talent last night. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how that went. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It was great. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good acts. And first and second place, I think it was. They're actually going to go on to Berks Got Talent,
which is
great. A combination of us, Reading Community College, Penn State, and one other one I can't remember.
Albright, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. And they're just going to have one big Berks Got Talent show there. Mm-hmm. And they're going to win prizes and all that fun stuff.
So who were the two winners?
The first place winners were Rob and Ike, and the second place winner was Francois.
Yeah. I think I've seen a performance from Rob and Ike, but not the other winner. Yeah. But I usually go every year, so this was the first year that I didn't get a chance to go. But usually it is a decent show. So congrats to them, and I wish both of them the best of luck. Mm-hmm. But you know, like I said, we have spring break tomorrow. So can you tell us what is going to happen like after spring break? Like what type of events you have going on?
Right after spring break, there's going to be the Thursday after that, which is St. Patrick's Day. So we have St. Patty's on the Hill. It's going to be in South Dining Hall, where there's going to be a bunch of different St. Patrick's Day related things. Like there's going to be a photo booth, free T-shirts for everyone who comes.
I'm always there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There might be some Irish dancers, possibly. Still working on that. What else is there for that?
We're also having a woman's going to come, and she's going to show us how to, those paint classes that have been happening now, everyone's kind of doing. She's going to show us how to paint, really pretty shamrocks you can hang up in your, dorm room or at home or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's about all we got now. If you see our coasters hanging around, feel free to take one. They're promoting the event.
Are you two starting to plan for the Bear Fest this spring, or is that still developing, or is it done?
I don't think we're doing a specific event for Bear Fest, but they have come and talked to us, and we're going to help contribute some money with them. Mm-hmm. It's in the talks that we're going to help them bring a rock wall to one of the nights and also an inflatable jousting thing. Yep. So that's going to be a lot of fun, but as of right now, we don't have, a big event happening.
Okay, because I know that the Bear Fest is probably the biggest event that the school does. Yeah. And I know that I look forward to that every year. It is my last year, mm-hmm. So I am hoping that, it's good.
I heard good things about it so far. So
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I think it's going to be in April or...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So as of right now, you said only there's a St. Patty's Day event and then the Bear Fest. So there are no other, music events coming up or...
Music-wise, I don't think we have anything coming up. Mm-hmm. No. We do have an event after St. Patty's Day. It's called Spring Fun with Gamers. And I'm sorry. Spring Fun with Ace. I got that mixed up. Mm-hmm. Basically, there's going to be, an egg hunt, and in the little plastic eggs, there's going to be, bookstore prizes and all kinds of gift cards you can get, all that fun stuff. And there's going to be, potted plants to give your mom, because Mother's Day is going to be around the corner soon. So that's going to be a fun event, too.
Cute little spring thing. Today, right after St. Patrick's Day event, actually. So it'll be that Friday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. So that's going to be a crazy weekend. That's going to be a fun weekend, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I really, really think so. But, I just want to thank you two for coming on air to discuss the upcoming events. And can you tell students where they can find more information about these events? Like any social media pages they can look out for?
We have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram account. It's Ace Kutztown. And if you want, also go on K United. We have a whole list of our events on there as well.
And we even recently got a Snapchat, too.
Yeah, which is k.u.ace.
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us.
We've all seen pictures of Saturn's magnificent rings. In fact, they're usually the first things we think of when someone mentions the planet. But did you ever stop and think about what they actually were? How are they there? This is Kelly Kearns here to give you a closer look at Saturn's rings. When we look at the planet Saturn from far away, you might think that you only see 7 large rings. Even though they appear this way, they are in fact made of even smaller rings, sometimes called ringlets. It also appears as if Saturn's rings are solid, but they aren't. They are made of pieces of ice and rock, ranging in size from a grain of sand to the size of a house, and they fly around Saturn at extremely high speeds. Even though we now know that there are many tiny rings around Saturn, the 7 that we can see are named by letter in order they were discovered, not necessarily the order that they're physically in. Saturn's rings are thousands of miles wide. If you were allowed, or even able to, bring your car into space, it would take more than a week to travel across some of the rings. However, even though they are extremely wide, their thickness is not as impressive as their only range 30 feet to 300 feet wide. Not only do the rings' thickness and width vary, the distance between them does as well. Scientists have been trying to learn more about Saturn's rings ever since they were discovered by Galileo in 1610. Even though that was a very long time ago, they are still not 100% sure of why or how Saturn has these rings, but it is thought that they are formed by the help of Saturn's many moons. Asteroids and meteoroids often hit these moons, and scientists think it is possible that the rings are made up of these broken moon pieces from the collisions. Currently, the Cassini spacecraft is exploring more about Saturn. It is showing us that these rings are not as organized as they may look. Not only do asteroids and meteoroids cause collisions around Saturn, but the materials making up the rings collide into each other as well. Cassini will continue to send us more information on Saturn, including more about the mass of its rings, until its mission is over on September of 2017. This has been a closer look at Saturn's rings with Kelly Kearns. Thank you for listening.
Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us. Stay tuned to KUR for more telescopic topics, and for more information, or to hear this segment again, click on the Telescopic Topics icon on the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR. Telescopic Topics is a production of the KU Physical Sciences Department and is recorded by KU astronomy students in the studios of KUR. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, it's Shantae and welcome back to Kutztown Live. I have a special guest with me here today. I have Jake Morrow. He is a member of the NBS Society here at Kutztown University. And we're going to talk about the NBS Convention in LA. And we're also going to talk about his music group known as Manifest. So welcome to the show, Jake. This is your first time on Kutztown Live.
What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing?
So I know that it was a crazy week for you. You had a total of 3 performances last week. You had one on Tuesday on Berks County TV. I hosted that segment. And then you also had a show Wednesday night at Man Game Nightclub in Allentown, PA. And then you also had another one for 106 in BSU. So can you tell us a little bit about all of those events, how you were feeling, what happened, the reactions you saw or heard about?
Yeah, definitely. It was a good week. It was a busy week. It was a hard week, but it was a good week, and I think it all pays off at the end. Our first our first big thing that week was the Berks County TV interview, which you were a host of, and I think it was a great outlet for us. It was the first time we were on live television, so we really had a great time with that. We were able to perform for everybody, and people were able to view us around the world, which is kind of a crazy concept to even think that we would get that far to where we were performing on live TV. Then we had Main Gate nightclub in Allentown, and it was a great show, a showcase rather, hosted by MB Pro, who is our engineer, MB Pro Studios in Allentown. And we did a great job and got to network with a few people. Got to network with Tony Sunshine and his management group a little bit. Then on Friday, we had the 106 of BSU show opening for PNB Rock in Schaefer Auditorium. It was a sold-out show, and we did a really good job. So this week was a really good week for us, a really good week for Manifest. And there's going to be more to come, so.
Yeah. So, do you plan on doing any more events after spring break? You know, around Kutztown, the Lehigh Valley. You know, some in different cities like New York. So.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely gonna do stuff around campus. We got the Lady Blossoms fashion show. We got the Entrepreneurship Week, where we're performing a few songs for them. Yeah, that's going to be on the 23rd of March. 24th, I think, 24th or 23rd of March. Then I really do want to do shows in New York and in Philly. Hopefully we could do one more show before the school year closes out. If not, we'll get there in the summer, you know. But there's definitely a lot that we're planning on doing as far as shows, and we're also gonna have a few music videos drop as well within the next few days, actually. So there's something always to look forward to.
Now, when do you guys plan to release your EP?
Now, the first EP, it's it's so close to being done. It just depends on a few things, but hopefully we'll have everything done and ready to be dropped by, if not by the end of the week, hopefully by like maybe the first or second week of break. That's when we'll drop the first EP for everybody. The EP will be called, now the whole series is called Speaking Into Existence. So there's a lot to look forward to in that. So
Okay. And I know that both of us are going to LA. March 12th through 17th. That's big. I wish Manifest can perform in LA. Maybe one day you two will.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I'm hoping to find maybe even a show or a showcase I could do in LA while I'm over there. We're there for a week, so I think that if we look hard enough, we might be able to find something that I can perform, or a place where we could do some networking events or something like that. But I'm real excited for Cali. I've never been there before, so it should be a fun time, and it should be a moment to remember.
Wow. I mean, I've known you said that you were probably going to be filming some music videos down there, right?
Yep. My boy Matt Dunstan, he's the CEO of Steve's Films, and we're gonna be shooting some music videos down there. So there's gonna be some Cali footage on the way as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So like I've been telling y'all this for weeks that I'm going to Cali. I'm so excited. It's my first time down there, and we're going there for the NBS Convention. And it's from, like I said, March 12th through 17th. We're going along with the other NBS members. I think for most of us, it's our first time there. We will be staying at the Burbank Airport Marriott Hotel. And it was a pretty expensive trip, not going to lie. But I've been saving and working, and I know Jake has been doing the same thing. Just so all of us can enjoy our time there. And
Shout out to Tommy Boys for employing me.
Oh yeah, by the way, Tommy Boys has the best pizza in Kutztown, if anyone didn't know that.
And it has the best delivery drivers.
You're only saying that because you're a delivery driver. But as far as the schedule, so Saturday, March 12th is pretty much just sightseeing. Sunday, March 13th, there's sightseeing from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And then...
Dang, 8 a.m.
Well, sightseeing meaning that we can go on studio tours. So some of the studio tours, I'm going to bring it up for you all. I'm so excited for this. All right, so there is a VIP studio tour at Warner Bros. I keep saying Bros. Warner Bros. And it leaves at 11:15 a.m.
Ooh.
But the only bad part about these studio tours is they cost money as well. So, like I said, LA is expensive. Yeah.
They're trying to charge us. It's ridiculous.
So,
NBS would have like a little thing where they can like, fund some of this stuff because we're college students, you know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous.
It is.
Shoot, how you gonna ask us to come to Cali and then I'm done with that, but
I didn't even get into the prices yet. It costs $49 to go to the Warner Bros. Studio, and this is for admission and transportation to the studio. They said the normal admission price for a VIP is $62 without transportation. That's on Sunday, March 13th.
So is that a little bit of a discount right there?
I guess it's supposed to be. I guess I assume all these.
See, I thought it was gonna be free.
No,
you already paid $2,000 to get there.
And then Tuesday, March 15th.
Dang.
There are several studio tours. And you got to check this out. There is a $25 deposit for each of these events.
Oh, hey.
To cover the cost of transportation and guarantee your seat.
Let me tell you something. We about to find our own trip. We about to schedule our own trip.
But they said transportation costs will be determined by the number of attendees on all events. In the past, the transportation costs have ranged between $8 to $15. So this is for all students to know, for all the NBS kids out there that are going to this trip. There will be a tour of LA Talk Radio AM 790 KBC, home of Dr. Drew's midday show and the voice of LA Kings.
Hey, LA King.
So it will be news, sports, and music. And the bus leaves at 2:30 for this trip, and it won't return until 5 p.m. And then as well, students also have the option to see the taping of CBS Comedy 2 Broke Girls or Tim Allen's comedy Last Man Standing. So I'm assuming that all three of these events that I just mentioned, not including the studio tour of Warner Bros., there are $25 each. And there may be an additional $8 to $15, depending on how many students are attending. So I think the more students that are attending, the cheaper it will be for transportation.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone, the big thing with this is like money management, time management. What do you guys want to do? And where do you guys want to go? And what do you guys want to see? Because that you need to plan that out before you get there. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be spending way more money than you want to. And... But I think it's going to be a fun experience. I've never been to Cali before, so I'm pretty excited to go there and see what's going on. I do want to take some studio tours, but we're going to have to figure out the best way to do that and fit everything into our schedule.
I mean, like I said, the trip's from the 12th to the 17th. These studio tours are just taking place on Sunday, March 13th, and Tuesday, March 15th. And you must be 18 years old to attend. You must have an ID. There are no phones or cameras allowed during the show tapings, and they will not be allowed in the studio nor left on the bus. Be prepared to load on the bus at the scheduled time. Buses will depart without late arrivals. Buses will load and unload at the Burbank Airport Marriott Hotel Convention. I don't get the cell phone thing because how are we supposed to know what time it is? And so they're saying we can't have phones.
Analog clocks.
Yeah. In case of emergency, I think it's important. I think it's important to, bring a phone just in case of emergencies.
You better bring a watch.
So I'm not sure if I'm going to be going on the studio tours. I'm undecided at the moment. There's also Monday. There's also a career focus from 4 to 6 p.m. I would definitely be going, to that, being that I do want to have a career in broadcasting. And then Wednesday is the National Awards Show from 6 to 8 p.m. Now, I'm not sure if many students have submitted things. I know that, Matt Dunson submitted a couple of things for the NBS Convention. And they have a lot of categories. I can announce some of them for you guys.
Is it still open to submit?
No, the deadline passed in December, I believe. I told you should have submitted things. I told you that, remember? I told you a while back.
All right, Shantae.
But the only difference with this is that they require you to pay $25 for each submission. I remember when I was submitting my things back to IBS, there was an early bird special where it didn't cost. The great thing about KUR and IBS is that they cover your fees for you. So I didn't have to pay, to submit my files, for the IBS Awards, which I will be attending this Saturday. So that's the only difference between the NBS and the IBS Awards, but it does seem like a great event. And yes, some of these things are fun, but we do have to keep in mind that we are there to network and we are there to learn more about the broadcasting industry, as a whole, whether you want to go into production or on air. I think that this is just a good convention for all of us to attend. So yeah, there's also an optional day Thursday, March 17th at Universal Studios Park. So if anyone wants to go to that, Jake, you said that your uncle has sent you some links to, several shows or events that students can attend. Do you want to tell everyone some of those events that they can either attend for free or at a low price?
Yeah, I was actually looking at, because I'm a big hip-hop fanatic, as some of you may know, I've been looking at the different events that involve the hip-hop community. Mm-hmm. And pretty much, let me see if I can pull it up here. There's a few options for people who want to go to concerts. I know there's a Clippers game that's going on. I'm not sure exactly what date that is. You know, Shantae?
The Clippers game?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure when that game is. But we're supposed to be going with Casey and a few other students there. I'm not exactly sure what time the game is. But anyone that wants to purchase tickets, they can go to www.stubhub.com/Los Angeles Clippers tickets. And then they will be able to find some tickets there. I know that the cheapest tickets are around $20, and if you're looking to get great seats or some seats that are close to the front, it's probably gonna be around $70 to $90. Actually, I just found out. So the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Clippers, that's the game that we were all talking about, and that's Friday, March 11th at 7:30 p.m. If any NBS kids want to attend that.
Yeah. For the like I told you guys about the hip hop events. If you want to go to lahiphopevents.com and search for stuff from the 11th to the 17th, there's actually a lot of events going on. The March 11th, Mike Stud will be performing along with OCD's Moose and Twist. And that's going to be at 8 p.m. at Golden Voice. And then on the 12th, they have Panic in LA featuring DJ Premier, Craze, Starro, Ground is Lava, NASA, and AMP. And there's also going to be some special guests as well. And that show starts at 9 p.m. on the 12th. And that should be a good show. And then on the 14th, they have Young Thug at the Observatory in Santa Ana, California. Now, I believe that's kind of far away from Burbank, but if you have a rental car or you want to plan it out, that could be a good place to go.
So, do you plan on going to any of these hip hop events, and if so, like, are these events free or are they at a low price?
The one I was actually thinking about was on Wednesday, March 16th, depending on what time is available for everything to have, where they're going to have a Tech 9 show at Club Nokia.
Tech 9, what is Tech 9?
Tech 9 is an artist. He's actually a CEO of an independent label called Strange Music. And great artist. The show starts at 8 p.m., He's going to have Chris Calico, Ritz, Mayday, Stevie Stone, CES Crew. They're going to all be in the doors. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Show starts at 8 p.m. Club Nokia, West Olympic Boulevard, Los Angeles. And you can call in for tickets. The number is 213-765-7000. 213-765-7000. And that should be an interesting show, definitely. I love Tech Nine's music. So that's the one show that I was thinking about possibly getting. The show is kind of a hike from the hotel. I Google mapped it. I think it was like 40 minutes.
Oh.
So
public transportation. I'm not sure if any students are renting cars or.
I heard about one student renting a car, but I'm not sure about anything else. But anything else, you're gonna have to find public transportation. Even the Clippers game, I'm not sure how far that is from Burbank Marriott Airport. So make sure that you have money for transportation or whatever you do.
Okay. I've never heard any of the artists that you mentioned, for this concert, and you're not sure if it's free or not.
Oh, it's definitely not free. It's definitely not free.
How much you think it is? Like, can you give us like a ballpark price?
Let me see here. The sooner my internet moves, the faster you'll get a price.
Okay. You have to hook your phone up to the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi is.
It seems like nothing in LA is going to be free. That's
a given. There's not nothing that's going to be free. I can tell you that. Hopefully the tickets are not more than $50. Because if that's the case, then I ain't going.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
So that's something. But LAHipHopEvents.com is where you can look up all those events. Like I said, they have a Young Thug. I know a lot of people like Young Thug, so that's gonna be. There's gonna be a concert there. If you're more of an underground head like me, then you might want to go to the Tech Nine concert. Tech Nine's been around for a minute, but still, it's a great place to look. Let's see here, buy tickets.
Wow, yeah, I'm not sure what I plan to do besides attend some of the conferences. I definitely. Oh yeah, don't forget to bring your resumes and business cards, everyone. Like, you too, Jay, because you tend to forget your business cards. So make sure you bring your business cards, your resumes, and if you have any video footage, for any video directors out there, music directors, movie directors, definitely bring that stuff on a flash drive, a hard drive, or some sort of disc so that you can see it and play it for these professionals that will be there. And for anyone that wants to go on air, I know that I plan to show my reel and my ear check just so I can get some advice or just so they can critique it and give me some suggestions. I think that's always important, especially for our seniors, being that we are graduating and we're, applying for jobs out here. And we want to make sure that we have the best material to submit to employers. So I definitely think that it's best for everyone to bring, like I said, bring some visual material, bring reels, ear checks, video footage, anything that you want to show them, as well as your business cards and resumes. I would recommend definitely business cards because they're small. Like no one really has time to stick a resume in their pocket. You know what I mean? But still bring your resume so that they're able to see if they would hire you. But like if you were to take a look at this resume, would you hire me? Like just bring it for that. Or maybe they could be hiring. Someone there could have a company and they may be hiring. So you can hand out your resume then. Because like I said, we're there for, 5 days. We're missing class for this convention. So we have to make it count. It's definitely not all about fun and games. It's definitely about networking and getting some contacts and just learning how to do better as broadcasting professionals. So, yeah, that's all the advice, I have for you all in regards to the NBS convention. And, yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. I'm so excited for it. It's my first time in LA. I'm hoping that the weather is nice because I went to a radio convention back in September, and it was raining. The whole entire 4 days, it was raining. And honestly, I'm not going to lie. I did check the weather out for LA, and it seems like it's going to rain the entire time there. I looked it up. It said, like, chance of rain, showers in the morning, stuff like that. It mentioned that it was going to rain, so I was a little bit disappointed. I'm hoping that my phone is lying or the information isn't accurate because I would love nice weather. I mean, we're going to be in LA. That's also another one of the benefits to going to LA or traveling to a different city is so that, you can experience something different. Like, it's cold right here in Kutztown. So LA, I'm praying that the weather is good to me because I need some sunshine in my life. Like, I love spring. It's so nice. Like, you don't have to worry about wearing heavy clothes or, getting really sick. Like, I was sick, really sick last week. It was terrible. I just probably got over my cold completely 2 days ago or maybe a day ago. I've been taking tea, cough drops. I actually missed out. I missed out on 2 interviews because I was sick. I had an interview for a trivia host position, and I missed out on that because I lost my voice. And yeah, I was nursed back to health. My lovely boyfriend took care of me. He gave me pills, and he brought me tea, and I had cough drops, and I just stayed the entire time in bed, relaxing. But I was definitely disappointed at the fact that I missed out on the trivia host position, and then I also missed out on the modeling audition simply because my voice wasn't there, and I didn't feel completely well. And when I want to go on interviews, I want to make sure that I'm well. I look well, I feel well, I can speak well. Those are the things that I want to make sure, I am, when I go on these interviews. But that's okay. My mom said everything happens for a reason, so maybe those jobs weren't for me. But I definitely have to say that I was a little bit disappointed. But I'm definitely grateful that I am better and that I don't have that sickness anymore because I'm going to the IBS Awards tomorrow, and then I'm going to the NBS the following week. But we're going to take a little break right now, and we'll be back with Kutztown Live, everyone.
Have you ever needed help finding reliable sources for a paper? The librarians at the Rohrbach Library want you to know that we can help. Librarians can help you with any research-related projects, papers, and more. The best way to contact a librarian is by asking the information desk for help. If you need assistance off campus, you can always call the reference line at 610-683-4165, or even text a quick question to 610-915-8812. Reference help is available Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sundays, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more information, visit our website at library.kutztown.edu/reference.
Hey Alyssa, did you know that we as Americans do not eat enough fruits and vegetables? Americans eat less than the recommended amount of fruits, which is 2 cups, and vegetables, which is 2.5 cups per day. And as far as exercise goes, only 1 in 3 adults receive the recommended amount of physical activity each week.
Why does this all matter to me?
Because whether we realize it or not, Alyssa, it affects us. Obesity affects everyone. We pay more for healthcare coverage for those who are obese, overweight, or not considered healthy. By the year 2030, 50% of Americans, yes, that's right, half the population will be obese. It's time to make nutrition our mission and learn the importance about eating right.
Well, according to my doctor, I'm considered overweight, but I think I'm pretty healthy. So what does that mean?
Everyone has a different shape and size. Nutrition isn't just about eating the right foods and exercising. It's not just a diet, it's about making a healthy lifestyle change to maintain a healthy you. Your weight and the way you feel when you try on your clothes and look in the mirror matter more than the number on the scale.
Oh, really? I never really thought about it like that. Where could I go to learn more?
That's exactly right. Cheers to a healthy you. Come to the Nutrition Workshop Series seminar. I will see you March 21st and March 28th at the Rec Center and April 4th at the cooking demo at the South Dining Hall. All start times at 5 o'clock. I'll see you there.
Attention May graduates. KUSSI is sponsoring the 2-day Spring 2016 Graduation Festival on Monday and Tuesday, March 28th and 29th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the multipurpose room in the McFarland Student Union Building. The Graduation Festival is a one-stop shop for all of your May graduation needs. You will be able to verify the status of your graduation application, purchase your cap and gown, receive graduation tickets, order your class rings and announcements, and much more. The festivities will include giveaways and a chance to win one of our great graduation gift packages. All May graduates are encouraged to attend Grad Fest, but if you are unable to attend this event or would like more information, please contact Andrea Tremper, the marketing coordinator for KUSSI, by phone at 610-683-1339 or stop by room 170 in the McFarland Student Union Building prior to the event. Congratulations, Golden Bears. We'll see you at Grad Fest.
It's on us
to stop sexual assault.
to do something, anything, to keep an assault from happening.
To take reports of sexual assault seriously.
Get in the way if we see something happening.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
To be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
It's on us, the entire Kutztown University family, to stop sexual assault.
I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Hey everyone, it's Shantae and welcome back to Kutztown Live. So I have an update from the Kutztown campus community. Is pleased to announce that the student who was seriously injured on February 20th, his condition has improved. He has progressed from ICU to post-surgery inpatient care, and he is now at home trying to, heal. And he wants to come back to school after spring break. So hopefully he is able enough to come to school. And I'm happy that he is doing well. And please keep him in your prayers. All right. So I just found out yesterday that there will be a High School Musical 4 casting. And it will be focused on Sharpay and Ryan's cousin. So Erin, she is Sharpay's and Ryan's cousin. She will be the main character, along with Derek, Campbell, Natalie, and Tamara. So these are the 5 characters that have been written out so far. And I have to say that I'm not for this at all. I don't think that there should be another High School Musical. The third one was great. I feel like it ended off great. So why do another one? Just why? I just think I don't think it's going to be good. I don't. Like, this has happened with a lot of movies. They tend to remake classics or movies that are considered classics. And I feel like down the line, High School Musical will be considered a classic, and this fourth movie is just going to ruin it. I don't think it's going to be good, to be honest.
Like Lion King 1.5.
Like, yeah, like, why? Like, certain movies just
like
shouldn't be
Spy
made.
3D. Like, they just took it way too far.
I know. Like, it's just, no, Disney Channel. Just don't do it. Don't make another High School Musical.
Maybe for this generation, it'll be good because they haven't seen the original.
The original was great,
but they haven't seen it. So maybe they need to come out, and that's what they're banking on, the revenue streams of the young minds of today.
No. Just no. There's certain movies that don't need to be added. Added on. Like, just keep it at 3. Just keep it at 3. Like, don't add more movies. This isn't an action movie. Like, don't do it. I was very disappointed about this. I'm like, no, it was fine. It ended off great, and I feel like when they decided to do, more films, it's just going to, another one. So they're going to do a Dirty Dancing remake. Why? They did a Footloose remake, and it wasn't as good as the original. It wasn't. I think a lot of people have even forgotten about it. So why would they do a Dirty Dancing remake? Well, they cast Sarah Hyland. She will be playing in the movie, and she's from Modern Family, for those who don't know her. And she will be playing Baby's outgoing older sister. I'm kind of mad. I love Dirty Dancing. I feel like it's a great film. It's a classic. And like I said, they shouldn't remake classics. Like, do not remake Grease. Do not remake Dirty Dancing. I don't know why they remade Footloose. I hope they don't remake any of John Hughes' films. I hope they do not do that. Like 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, The Breakfast Club. I don't think they should remake any of those films. Just leave it as it is. I don't feel like certain films don't need to be remade. Like, just go in and create something new. Create something that's based off of the film. Don't add on to the film, or just don't. I'm not for this either. Because like I said, Dirty Dancing was a great movie. And it doesn't need to be remade. I think there was a second film, but I think it was terrible. So yeah, I'm not for this either. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if it's going to sell well in the box office. I don't think it is, to be honest with you. But I mean, there are certain movies that have done well, like Hairspray.
Star Wars.
I haven't not seen the new Star Wars yet, but I know that the new Hairspray movie, they remade that back in 2007 with Nikki Pawlowski and Zac Efron, and that was a great remake of a film. They also remade Sparkles, which was a good film as well. So there are some films that have done well, as far as remakes. But I think when it comes to dancing movies and I don't think they should be remade. I have yet to see Star Wars. I know that for like X-Men, those movies are okay. I don't think those are remakes though. I think they're just adding on to the series. So yeah, I'm definitely not for this. I'm definitely not. I don't know how it's going to turn out, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't turn out well. So yeah, like I said, there's going to be a new Dirty Dancing, and there's also going to be a High School Musical 4, which is very disappointing to me, because both of those are great films. I don't know what else they're going to remake. I'm not really very supportive of the new Disney. I feel as though it's just not the same anymore. Maybe because it doesn't fit my generation anymore. But I'm definitely not a fan of it. So we'll see what High School Musical 4 is. I'm actually going to see it. I'm going to see it to see if it's good. There's also great news. So Fuller House has been renewed for another season. I have yet to see it, but I'm definitely going to see it on Netflix. I'm probably going to watch my boyfriend's Netflix because I don't feel like creating an account or paying for that. So I'm just going to watch Fuller House and see if it's good. I've heard it's good. It must be good if it's going to be renewed for another season. And it has all the original cast members. Like Jodie Sweetin is in here. They also, have John Stamos and Lori Loughlin. They have like the whole cast. Here, the only cast members that have not returned are Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, which is very disappointing because I'm not saying that they made the show, but they were so adorable, as a kid. And I think that, that if all the other cast members are on there, then they should come, on the show as well. But the Austin Twins have not acted in about 10 years, so I couldn't understand. And they have brought their talents to the fashion industry, and they no longer want to do acting. So I do understand, but just come back. Like even if Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen just come as recurring characters, they don't even have to be a main character. Just do a recurring character. And they have been taking little jabs, at the Austin Twins and everything on the show. So I've heard. But I'm definitely going to check it out. I haven't heard any bad complaints so far. So it must be good. So Fuller House, everyone. You can only check it out on Netflix. And I've been told if you want to see diversity, on TV, then go watch Netflix. They have so many genres on Netflix. All these films you could think of. I've seen so many films on Netflix that I didn't get a chance to see in theaters or that aren't aired on TV anymore. Like I'm currently watching an old show, called Friday Night Lights, and it's actually kind of good. But according to statistics in the media, they didn't really consider it a good show. The ratings weren't too high on the show. But the show did last from 2006 until 2011. So I'm currently on the second season right now, and I plan to finish it by the time I come back from spring break. Yeah, I'm less pushing it because, like I said, it's been on for since 2006 until 2011. So I'm going to try to finish at least half of the show season. So yeah, like you just never know. Like I've also seen the movie Dope that I've never seen before. And I also watched Brotherly Love, which was filmed in my hometown city, Philadelphia. And they also used a lot of Philly music artists in the film, and it was definitely relatable to me. I've definitely heard good reviews about the film, so it was just good for me to see it and finally, get a chance to see what the hype was about. So yeah, everyone, check out Fuller House on Netflix. Check out, old movies or old TV shows that you heard were good and you never got a chance to see. Check all of that on Netflix. I mean, Netflix is a gift. It's great because when nothing's on TV, which Netflix is always there for you. Whenever you have a bad day, Netflix is always there. So definitely check it out on Netflix. I'm definitely going to check out Fuller House. And I also want to check out Scandal. I've never seen that show yet, and I've heard that's a good show.
It is. I've seen all the seasons.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the seasons. Probably seen about 2 episodes at the most. Speaking of TV, How to Get Away with Murder comes on tonight at 10 p.m. The show is back. I think there's only been about 4 episodes aired so far, but it's a great show to watch. I will also be using, that show to help me with my senior project. I'm looking at colorism. in the media. So I will be analyzing films that are on prime time, meaning not films, television shows that are on prime time from 8 to 11 p.m. on the major networks such as NBC, Fox News, CBS, and ABC. And I will be looking at all the African American characters on those 4 major networks between those hours and seeing how colorism is played in the film. I'm trying to see if color determines power, relationships, and opportunities. So that's mainly what my project is about. So I will be, looking at that show. And I'm going to be looking at Scandal as well. So I'm going to be very busy this spring break. I got IBS, NBS. I'm going to be binge watching on Netflix. And I hope that everyone has a great spring break. I hope that I have a great spring break. And I just want to thank you all for listening to Kutztown Live. And I will be back in about 2 weeks. I will not be on air the week of the 17th because I will be at the NBS Convention. But be sure to go to youtube.com and type in Kutztown Live if you want to see more podcasts of any of my previous interviews. Like if you missed out on the great show last week, I had Katie McGinty on there, as well as Marielle Long and Joe Scaboria. So if you want to check out that interview and other interviews, like I said, just go to youtube.com and search Kutztown Live. And I hope that you all have a great weekend and a great spring break. Stay warm, stay productive, and have fun. Thank you all for listening to Kutztown Live.